Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. It's Amy here and I am ready to do part 2 of my story deck video series with you. So in part 1, if you missed it, you can scroll down and watch that. But I actually dealt myself a hand from my Story by Stacy story deck card. So my ready card was friendships. My set card was a one-word title. My go card was lots of photos, and my bonus card was lots of words. So I've got an idea here. I've done a few prep steps, but I'm gonna wing the rest of it and do it with you now. So for the ready card, the friendships, I am actually going to be making a scrapbook page of about my son. He is a teacher, a music teacher in a school. He's in charge of K through 8th grade music. So the relationship, it's about my son. So it's like a friendships between him and his students. I may be stretching it a little bit, but that is what my ready card is going to be. And then it says for the bonus or for the go card, lots of photos. I have 3 photos, so that takes care of that. Then for the set card, it says one-word title. So my one-word title is going to be music. So I pulled out my irresistible letter stickers. I did a video last week during a break from the virtual album retreat that I participated in with Close to My Heart. We used these in our album, and actually the layout that we're going to create today is kind of inspired by one of the layouts I did in album retreat. But these irresistible letter stickers, and we have cardstock too, are wonderful because a part of each sticker has a coating on it that resists the ink. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my stickers that spell music, and I'm using the striped pattern. The pack comes with stripes and polka dots. And I am just sticking them onto my all-purpose mat. I love this mat. It's perfect for everything and anything. And not really in the camera here. Let me pull this down a little bit so you can see. And what I'm going to do is take my sapphire ink and a blending brush, and we are going to add some ink to our letters. So I'm making my letters sapphire blue to match my project. I love these stickers because you can make your letters any colors you want. I used to have a love-hate relationship with letter stickers because I always had a bunch of letters and a bunch of colors, but never had the right letter in the color I wanted when I needed it. And now I don't have to worry about that because I can make them any color I want, and they even have a fun pattern. So we have polka dots and these stripes, and look how fast that came to be. And then what I'm going to do is take a paper towel, and I'm just going to go over them, and you can see that the stripes pop up a little bit because I'm actually taking some of the ink off of that white area. So I love that. Next thing I'm going to do is take my ruler, and this is the Close to My Heart T ruler. What's cool about this is the T part is magnetic, so it pops on and off. I don't need the T ruler now. I just need this part. The other cool thing about this ruler is it's got all these grid lines, which makes lining things up super easy. And then it's even got all the little holes down at the bottom, which makes it very easy to punch holes to do stitching, whether you want to do faux stitching or actual stitching. And what I'm going to do is take my stickers off of my all-purpose mat, and then I can line them up on my ruler So I only got like the bottom portion stuck to the ruler, but because of all these grid lines, I'm able to line them up, the spacing, and have them all the same height. It's never been easier. And I learned this at the album retreat last week, and I have been to every single album retreat except for one over the years, and I never did it this way. And it's life-changing. It's so easy, it's fast, and it makes your titles. I used to always have my titles going like slanted, because then I didn't have to have them be perfect. But there is our music title. So that's our one-word title, which takes care of my set card. I'm going to set this aside because I don't need it right now. I am going to get my spray bottle and just spritz this and clean this up so I don't get ink on my project. And then the collection of papers that I'm using for my layout are these. They're actually the Smarty Pants collection. This debuted in August of 2021. And actually, this is the first time I'm using it on school stuff. But you can see it's a great sticker sheet. It has all kinds of images. A lot of it has to do with school. I love the definitions down here. And of course, that ruler border sticker. And then just really fun patterns of papers that you can use for all kinds of things. I love that zip strip. So I did use this collection to make some school cards, teacher cards for my daughter when she began teaching. I love this composition one and that rainbow stripe. And I like this ledger paper with all the different, I love school supplies and office supply stuffs. The cork board and the glasses, love that. So that is the collection I am using. This collection is still available on my website. If you go to online only, you'll see it, or you can type in the search box Smarty Pants and it will come up. There's two darling stamp sets that also are part of that collection. So I have already cut some of my papers. So our base page is going to be a sapphire blue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on my Versamat to keep my base page from sliding around. Versamat is great for that. And then I have a white daisy that I cut 1/2 inch smaller. I'm going to move this aside for a minute and bring in some of the papers that I pre-cut. So I've got this graph paper, if you will, and we are going to adhere this to the left side. I do need a new blade for my paper trimmer, and they were on back order. I'm happy to say they came in, and it is on its way to me. Then I've got this zip strip from another pattern in the collection, and I chose this zip strip just to give my page a little bit more color. So that's going to go flush with the graph paper. And we'll see how I do doing this on a whim. This is something that's new to me. And then I've got this piece of composition paper, and I cut I believe it was a 10-inch circle on my Cricut. And this is gonna go right here like this. Now this page it was inspired by one of the layouts that we used, that we created in Album Retreat. And I will show you that when we're all done, so we can see how well I did. So that's gonna go like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I pulled some of my music sets. So I've got this set, Musical Harmony, and this is still available. It does come with thin cuts, and then we've got Musical Expression. So what I think I'm going to do is use this image right here, this border stamp, to stamp around, I know the top and the bottom. So let me pull a block. I'm going to put this down on my all-purpose mat and then pick it up on my block so it's straight. All right, and then I have not used this, so I'm going to season it. And then I'm gonna pull in my desk pad. And with my black ink, I'm gonna give it a test. Just to see. Okay, I think that's good. So now what I want to do, and my desk pad will serve as a as cushion. And you know what, I am going to bring in my, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this just because the blue on blue, or the white on the blue, will show up better. I'm a little tongue-tied today. So this is just 1/4 inch smaller. So we'll line that up. And now let's hope I can line this up. It's kind of hard doing this on camera, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to let it sit for just a minute to let that ink absorb into the paper. Now, I leave a space between my borders whenever possible so that I don't have to worry about getting it exact. Also, with this particular stamp, you don't want the treble clef like in the middle of the thing. Okay, it's not perfect. That's a little bit blurry, but that's okay. I'm going to go with it. We're on live TV and I'm okay with that. So now we're going to do the bottom, and what I'm going to do is flip my page over and flip my stamp image over and do the exact same thing. I wish the blurry part was on the bottom, but oh well. Like the Amish, it's never absolutely perfect. So here is our page so far. Now, what I am kind of indecisive about is, do I stamp that musical note down sideways and have the notes going sideways, or I did cut out some of the thin cuts from these two sets. I cut out the microphone and I cut out the music stand and that microphone because the pictures are of the kids singing. So do I want to, do something like this? And that's what I'm kind of indecisive about. So let's kind of dry fit this. And I will leave those black and white. I'm going to shut this so we don't have an accident with black ink. So I could go like that. And then here is my photo mat. So I'm going to put this on here like this. And then for our photos, I've got 3 photos. So I thought I would use a flip flap. I want this to be my front photo. So here's my flip flap. So I can put this in like that, and we're going to flip it up. So I'll put this one in here. So when we flip it up, that goes like that. And then this one can go right here, and I do like that white border around it. Okay, so we'll envision this like this. And then I have my words. So the other card, which I believe is the bonus card, is lots of words. So here is the whole story. And what I was thinking is this could be a tag underneath here that we pull out. So I could even punch a hole and put some string there. So this will flip up like this, and this will pull out like that. Lots of times I put my flip flap right on the page, and then I alter the page so that the flip flap comes through. But because I'm going to have this interactive tag, I think I will put this in the page protector and then put my flip flap on top, and then we'll alter the page protector so the tag pulls out. And then I did cut best teacher ever out. This actually came from the pattern paper. I will show you. I think I have some extra. It came from this pattern paper, and this is all I have left. But I cut that out. And then our music is going to go right up here. So let's go ahead and do our title. And I'm going to move this down. Make sure that my page is even. And then you see how we can line this ruler up like this? I'm lining it up with the 9. And then I can stick the top portion down. And then very carefully pull my letters off. And it usually works like a charm. Oops. There we go. My U moved just a little bit. Down. Of course, I chose sapphire ink, and it's like the messiest ink there is. But there is our music word, and it is straight. I'm going to wipe my hands a little bit to get that ink off. And then, because we're going to make this kind of like a pocket, I am going to adhere this base with some thin tape, foam tape, and I'm going to adhere it on the top, the side, and the bottom, but leave this part open. So let's turn this around, and we'll get some foam tape. I got to make sure I know. So this is the side that is going to get. And the other trick that I'm going to do is create a stopper. So I want this tag to hang out so you can see it. So what I'm going to do is put another piece right here like that. So that stops the tag, so it will stick out. And then we will put some here. And I do tend to be very generous with my tape. We'll put some here. And then we'll put some here. And that's just going to keep it from sliding. So we'll adhere this next. Assembling pages on camera is a somewhat new concept for me. So I am still learning, so I appreciate you sticking with me. So then see how this slides in and it stops. I really like that. Yay. All right, so the question is, we've got to decide about this. I'm thinking that these little icons will look better than having the music notes, all the line music. So I think we're going to do that. However, before we do that, I cut this little tab out of the Tab and Tags thin cuts, which is still available. I do think I thought, yeah, here it is. I'll show you. So this is still available. I love this. I keep it by my desk all the time. I actually created this tag using this thin cut and just extended it. And that is a little tab that I use. So we're going to adhere that. And I cut that with my sapphire cardstock. And I'm going to put this right here, like that. And then this is the stamp set that we got in Album Retreat. So Album Retreat, you always they create an exclusive stamp set for that. And I love this image right here that says, "Here's the story." So I'll get another block. See if I can fit it on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and use the sapphire again. And I have just a scrap piece of white daisy. And this is a solid stamp. So you want to ink it really good. So I may have to ink this more than once. We'll see. Nope, that's pretty good. And then I'm just going to fussy cut this out using my micro tip scissors. And when I cut, I like to leave a little white border. There we go. And that's going to go right here. And I am going to use a little bit more of that foam tape, just because it's sapphire on sapphire. So I'll put that right here like this. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and adhere these down. And I'm just going to adhere them I'm going to adhere these flat, And the little microphones I'm gonna pop up with some tape, foam dots. So because all of these pictures have singing in them, that's why I don't have any instruments. I guess this one, they are doing instruments, but that's okay. Let me get my dots. So this is the thin width again, but they're the dots. And I will just put a few on these little microphones. I've had these sets for a while, and it's just so much fun to get them out and use them. Put one more over here. So I'm liking how this is coming together so far. If you stick with me to the end, you will see how it looks in the page protector, and I will show you the page we did at Album Retreat and how I am just taking that pattern and using different papers and obviously a different theme, which is one of the things I love about Album Retreat, because you get all these great layouts, but then you can use those concepts for other things. So that's going to go like that. So I'm thinking we'll do Best Teacher Ever. And I'm just wondering if I need to mat that, or maybe, you know what, we'll use 3D foam tape and pop this up. And then at first I was thinking of maybe stamping some of the music notes. Got those music notes. We got the treble clef. Or maybe I should just use some dots. Maybe we'll do that instead. Let me get my, we'll add some color in with the dots. So, let me pull some of these in. And I'm liking this so far, and I like how we've added the green in. So for dots, I do have some of the crisp air that are still available, and we've got the blue, and we can pull in some yellow there. I've also got these yellow, and I've got these blue. So let's see. Maybe we'll do a red, a yellow, and a blue. And I'm just trying to decide if we want stars or dots. I know I don't want hearts. Do I have red? Let's see any red over here. But we do have orange. That could be fun. Decisions. What should we do? Well, let's do a big yellow. Do you want yellow? Yeah, yellow. We'll do the medium yellow. And maybe put that right there. And then do a tiny blue. Do a tiny star, like orangey star from the Crisp Bear. And these are still available as well. So I'm just kind of making a little bit of a triangle, and then maybe I want one more star, I think. And we'll do a big star right there like that. Okay, I am liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Now the other thing I have is I thought this might be fun. This is the Picture My Life card deck, where you got the 4x6 and the 3x4. I thought this was cute. When I grow up, I'm going to be, because Tucker always said he wanted to teach music growing up. I thought this was good because it was an A+ day. He was named Staff Member of the Week. And at first I was thinking of doing it over here, but this is going to be a pull-out. I wish this was smaller. I'm just looking to see if there are any small ribbons, award ribbons, but maybe the sticker sheet. Okay, we've got amazing. You nailed it. That might work. Top of the class. I think this is going to be too big. If I put it over here, that might, let's cut it out and we'll play. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out really quick. If it was smaller, I think it would be perfect. Oops, got some shimmer trim on from working with some shimmer trim yesterday. So again, I like to move my paper, keep my hand in one place, and I like to leave a little bit of a border. One, that gives it a nice finished touch, but it also allows you to not be perfect. It's perfectly imperfect because it's very hard to cut perfectly right on lines. So let's see if I can make this work. I'm not sure if I will be able to. You know, and I'm thinking, I wonder if I cut the today was and, if we cut that off, maybe I could slide this under something for a little bit of layering and clustering. Let's see. But I'm liking how we have some stickers on here. We have some stamping and different patterns of paper. And then some of the dots. So a good mix of different embellishments makes for a fun page. And I love this pattern. All right, so let's see. I wonder if I cut this off and stick it under. Let's see. Like if I sticked this under and we went like that. I don't know, that looks a little busy to me. Well, that might work right there. I think I like that. And then I could put this back on it. Let's see. Let us see. Are you enjoying my thought process? Maybe if we did that. I don't know if it's too busy, but I do kind of like it. I do kind of like it a lot. So the next thing to do is to get my hole punch. And I think I have one right here. And we'll take our tag out. And we will punch a hole. And then I can get some ribbon. And we'll just get white ribbon. I have white ribbon right here that we'll use. You can even use paper faux ribbon, or yeah, we'll use some white ribbon, and we'll just tie a little knot. So we know to pull that, and then we will stick this in the page protector and alter the page and put the flip flap on. And the only thing that's not on this is the year. So I will need to somehow put 2022, December 2022. So I'm just gonna tie a knot like this, run this through, and keep this super simple. And, oops, there we go. I'll trim this down. Stick this back in. Let's adhere this. We're gonna go for it. Might be a little bit more busy than I normally do, but I don't think it takes away from the photo. So we're gonna have fun because this was an awesome day. Okay, I like it. Let me get my journaling pen. And my black pen, I'm just gonna put right here, December 2022. And then all the journaling is on my tag. So I have a page protector. Now, if you're gonna alter a page protector, you wanna know what side your layout is gonna be on. Is it gonna be on the left side or the right side? So you know how to put it in your page protector. I am going to erase a little bit of adhesive. We're gonna stick this in. Like this. Then we'll get our page, our flip flap. And so this flap folds down. You're going to take this tape off, and then you're going to line it up with your photo. Flip flaps were the best invention, and what is cool is Close to My Heart has them and all the sizes, from 2x2 up to 8x12, and they're that same thick quality. So fun, fun, fun. And now we're gonna alter this. So the way I do that is I have a Sharpie, and I'm gonna put a little dot on either side of where I want to alter my page. And then I'm going to take my page out of the protector, and I am going to put my cutting mat. You could use cardboard. You could use the cutting mat to your die cut, your thin cut machine. And then I've got my X-Acto knife and a ruler. And I'm gonna line those dots up. Make sure I know where they are. So there's one, and there's one. So there's a dot right there, and a dot right there. Okay, so line these up. And then with my X-Acto knife, and you put that mat in between the protector so that you're only cutting one side of the protector. Okay? And then I will we're going to take our tag out, put our page protector back in, and then this will go right in here like this, and we'll know to pull this out. Now I could, even if I wanted to, I could embellish this. I'm gonna leave it because I like the way this looks, but if you wanted to, you could add some doodling, lots of different options. But there we go. So if we pull in our cards again from our story deck, we'll see how I did. The ready card was friendships, besties, inside jokes, groups, how we met, roommates, childhood friends. So we'll say this was groups. That works. All right, so it's a group of students. The set was one word title. So I've got my music. The go was lots of photos. So we've got 3 photos. And the bonus was, and also with the photos, it said interactive. So that's why I used the flip flap, and it says shapes. So we do have lots of shapes. And then for the bonus, lots of words. So we've got best teacher ever, and we've got lots of words here. There we go. So this is the inspiration. This was the page that we created at Album Retreat. So I did the same type of design where I have my border, I had my half circle, and I had my one word title with my photo here. And that's how that came to be. So there you have it. Thanks so much for playing this game with me. I hope that you'll give the story deck a try. It is a really fun way to tell a story. Thanks so much. If you like this video and could give me a thumbs up, that helps my channel to grow. And if you want to share it with others, I really appreciate your support, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.